This is Chapter 8, perhaps the most difficult chapter for macroeconomic students. It deals with the money, monetary supply, money in banking, and very complicated, but let's take a look at how we can simplify this topic here. We have what's called commercial banks, right? Commercial banks is the TD, the CIBC, the BMOs. It's the banks you see on the streets. It's the banks that you guys do banking with, right? So the commercial banks have a very simple system in which what they do is they take people's deposits and they have to keep some on reserve and they will loan out the rest. Now, the way this works is if you have, let's say, $100 in deposits, the banking system will keep a percentage of that. Let's assume that the percentage that they keep, which is called the reserve ratio, let's say it's 10%. Let's just pick a number. Assume the reserve ratio is 10%. So that means to say with $100 in deposits, the commercial banks will hold $10 in reserves and they will loan out 90 bucks. It's as simple as that, right? So that means to say deposits are a liability of the banks, reserves and loans are the assets. If the deposits are 100 in equilibrium with a reserve ratio of 10%, the reserves will be 10 and they'll loan out the rest of 90. If the reserve ratio is 3% and deposits are 5.75, how much reserves will the banks hold? Well, they're going to obviously hold 3% of that. Okay, so take the calculator out and take 5.75 times 3%, and we're going to get 0.1725 in reserves. So we're going to hold 0.1725 in reserves, and that's just simply 3% of the deposits. Answer is A.